everyone, this is Teresa from Base 10 Montessori. In today's video, we will be doing verb basket number 5, 2 actions and 2 direct objects. And this is going to be lesson number 11 from the Function of Words series. So if you're new to my channel and you haven't seen the other grammar videos yet, I recommend that you go ahead and watch those first before you get to this lesson. And I'm going to put some links down in the comment section below. So if you're looking for the other videos, just check below the video and I will include the links for both the videos and for resources. So with that being said, let's jump into the lesson. Okay, so here we are with verb basket number 5, and verb basket number 5 is going to be just like the other 2 verb baskets that we just did. And in this one, we are going to work on 2 actions with 2 direct objects. And we're going to invite 2 children, and we're going to write some phrases down for them to act out. And we're going to do this several times, and then we'll move on to that transposition and symbolization portion. So let's start out with our first phrase. Okay, so we have our first phrase here, and it says, water the garden and store the hose. And so when we have that phrase, they can read it and they can act that out. And this is really a great opportunity in the Montessori environment to embrace performance and the theater arts. And so once we've had the first child act that one out, we're going to move to the second child and give them a phrase as well. Here we have our second phrase, which is cut the apple and serve the snack. And we'll ask our second student if they can act that out. And again, just like the other verb baskets, we are going to do this several times as long as they are interested. And after we have several examples, we're going to come back, sit down, and start the transposition part. Okay, so let's look at our first phrase, and it says, store the garden and water the hose. Think about that. Does that make sense? Can you store the garden and water the hose? It doesn't make much sense in this order, does it? Let's switch it back. Water the garden and store the hose. That order makes much more sense, doesn't it? And so once we're finished with the first example, we'll move on to the next one. So let's cut this one up and see what happens. So now let's read the second one. Serve the apple and cut the snack. Now separately, they might make sense, right? Serve the apple, cut the snack. But when you put it all together as one thing, it doesn't make sense, does it? We need to cut the apple before we can serve the snack. So we have to cut the apple and then serve it. That's the correct order, isn't it? And so once we're done with this transposition part, we're going to move on to the symbolization, just like all the other verb baskets. And we're just going to use the red circles today, and we're going to ask them where the actions are. Where is the action in this first phrase? What words told us what to do, what actions to do? And the first one is water, and the second one is store. And now what about the second phrase? Cut the apple and serve the snack. What told us what to do? Where are our action words? Cut and serve. So that's it. That's verb basket number 5. When you're done, don't forget to take your handwritten labels back, and you can invite your students to work with pre-printed labels for verb basket number 5, just like in all the other verb baskets. And remember that they can read it, they can act it out, they can symbolize it, but if they want to transpose their phrases, they need to write it on a separate piece of paper before they cut, because we don't want them cutting our printed labels. So with that being said, that's all I have for you today. That is verb basket number 5, and this is the last lesson in our grammar series. So after this, I'm going to switch over to some math lessons, and then we'll come back and we'll do some reading analysis lessons as well. With that being said, I hope you like what I've done today. If you like what I'm doing here, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.